Rene
If
required
you're going to have a
32.
bad game in a 2-day group, get it out the way.
Yeah.
One left for 3-1 up.
No
You
score.
can see how much he couldn't see.
Rene required 5.
Strangely, he could have been 3-0 up. He could now be relieved to be 2-2. It's amazing what can change. Double one. Tried everything else.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
Well, the
Tommy
last one
Morris.
on the list is double one. I'll take the 1-2-1.
Bullseye. Just what kind of effect will this bullseye have if he hits it?
Game shot
Just
on the
how
6th
good
leg.
is that?
Tommy
And Chris
Morris.
Mason is going to tell you a little bit more about why.
Yeah, see,
7th
he's had
and
a
final
go
leg.
on the
It's
old
Tommy to throw
bullseye
first.
challenge.
Game on.
Yes.
It's been a
407.
nightmare here for Rene Eidams. Tops, only just.
Look how relaxed he is.
Game
He's a winner.
shot on the match.
How has he won that game?
Tommy Morris.
That 1-2-1 in the previous leg may prove to be a real difference maker for the rest of his day. He's got a very different
87.
shirt every day, but today he's got his dart shirt on. As in, inverted commas dart shirt. Proper dart shirt.
Game shot on the 1st
Doesn't
leg.
win him the first leg,
Adam
though.
Mould.
Adam Mould off to a really solid start here in 17 darts. Got to be
Rene required
effective.
24.
Yeah, get points on the board.
He is a bit of a veteran of
Game
2023.
shot on the
And he
match.
starts with a win.
Adam Mould.
That will give him a lot of confidence moving forward. Connor Hopkins, not with a great performance there in his first game for a change, because he has had some good performances in his first game over the last few days. But Adam, with 44% and 4 legs on the board, gets himself 2 points in game number 2. There's out there. Well, let's give Cam a chance to take a 142 in his first leg of the week.
Yeah, open your eyes, Victor.
102. Victor
There was a raise of the eyebrows, wasn't there, when those two went in? Get used to it, Victor. It's how this kid rolls. Oh,
Game
That's
shot
how
on the
Vic
1st
rolls.
leg. Viktor Tingstrom.
What a shot that is. Double 10 once again. That
Game
gets him
shot
a
on the
brilliant
match.
win.
Viktor Tingstrom.
There's a lot to admire about that performance, beating Cam Crabtree by 4 legs to 1. We'll talk a little bit more about how good it was when he plays again in Game 5. But for now, Crabtree off with a loss as he loses 4-1 to the Swede.
Rene required
I
40.
think the white flag might have been raised a little bit there. As double 10 is gaping at the top and is found just
shot
over
on
the top.
match.
To give Rene Eidams a
Eidams.
very interesting win, he had to survive a match shot from Adam Mould, but Adam may only have himself to blame for busting 111 in that previous leg. So Rene takes that one by 4 legs to 3.
this 76 is no gimme. We're going to have one at tops, and he's going to have to navigate himself around that
56.
single 20.
Tommy required 32.
Seems a lot calmer today than he was the last 3 days. Seems a bit more focused as
Game
well.
shot on the 3rd leg.
But he is behind.
Tommy Morris.
Break of throw for the gun. This is just for a hole to throw.
34.
That one flops in the air, loses all momentum.
Tommy required 4.
And Tommy has Desmond for a big win.
Is it this already today? And he hits it
Game
again
shot on the
for
match.
the win. 4-1.
Tommy Morris.
And as we almost anticipated, Victor unable to replicate that fabulous performance against Cam Crabtree in match number 3. He gets beaten 4-1 with an 81-85. Tommy 82-82. When we come back, it is Cam Crabtree back in action against another youngster here, Connor Hopkins.
Just over the top of that one. Or a little marker for tops.
60. Connie requires
And Connor in his
66.
first game was 1 from 5. Bold. He
Game shot on the
obviously likes
first
double
leg.
12.
Connor Hopkins.
The other gear to be found will be found once he concentrates his efforts on something
Game shot on the
like
second
this
leg.
or the Pro Tour in
Cam
the future.
Crabtree.
But now it's a question of whether Cam can actually finish the match off. He had one dart at double 16 to finish it. Now he gets one at tops.
60.
This is going to be
Well, he
a big
requires
sculpt
32.
for Connor Hopkins if he can find double 16 pull.
Game
He does
shot
find double
and the
16.
match.
And
Connor
that one
Hopkins.
is against the run of play, you got to say. Cam Crabtree is the only person without points in the first couple of rounds. So he's got to play catch-up against everybody else. And his next game is against the ADC #1 in Adam Mould. But for the second time here today, Cam Crabtree loses to someone. And this time it's Connor Hopkins by 4 legs to 3. Rene does on 90 because when he had this shot earlier in the day, he went bull first. He's done it again.
15. Double 10.
70.
That was a lot more measured
Victor requires
than
72.
some shots we've seen from Rene earlier today. Feels like the pace of this game has been sapped.
Game shot on the third leg.
But the game has been taken
Victor
so far
Tingstrom.
by Viktor Tingstrom.
Yeah, because he's 2 from 2. And he couldn't take his eyes off it,
Rene
could
require
he?
40.
He was staring it down.
Is it going to be double 10 again? Double 10 to the rescue. Yes, it is.
Game shot
There's
and
that
the
reaction.
match.
He's got
Rene
4 points from a
Eidams.
possible 6, and he's part of this group, and he could even be in the top 2 over the next couple of days. He's using up all of his energy there just to get his first win of the week against Viktor Tingstrom. But I think because of his pride, he wants to be part of the race over the next couple of days, and I admire that. That was really gutsy stuff, but he really shouldn't have had that opportunity at the end, but he took full advantage of it. Cam Crabtree, looking for his first points in the group, has got Adam Mould after this. Have another one of those for double 12.
Game shot.
Maybe
the
that's
third
what will
leg.
get him going.
Cam Crabtree.
What a wonderful finish that is.
Well, they
And we
are
require 100.
well below horizontal. Very much a stacking dart.
Game
Well,
shot on the fourth leg.
144 followed by a
Cam
ton.
Crabtree.
Average of 103.07. 2-2 in the blink of an eye. Although, credit to Mould. Oh, wow. For a
Game
third
shot on the fifth
consecutive
leg.
ton plus finish.
Cam
144
Crabtree.
ton. 146 out.
Ooh,
75.
so close to 4 in a
And
row.
145.
I was already writing it down.
Or, well, that would have thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, wouldn't it?
85.
I was writing
And we
115 for
require
15.
40.
Double 10. He does get a win.
Game shot and a match.
And a major
Cam
kick
Crabtree.
from Cam Crabtree.
Tommy require
I'm
160.
going to stay off the soapbox this time because I'm pretty argumentative when it comes to that shot. This is tops for Tommy. That's got a nice ring to it. Should I say rock on?
Oh,
120.
and he's been so close to some stunning outs. Yet his high finish remains at 40.
86. Tommy require 40.
Is he at this early stage saying, I'm the man to beat?
Well, if he's going to make it 3 from 3, and he's got another couple of gears left.
Easily.
Game
He's
shot on
found
the
that
fourth
shot.
leg.
Didn't give
Tommy
us the
Morris.
old gun celebration. He gave us a bit of a fist pump and a bicep flex. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's got weak
If they get
arms very well. I don't think he knows Tommy Morris.
No.
And he won't want to because Tommy's on the verge of doing him to one leg.
Game
That's
shot
what he
and a
does.
match.
A real
Tommy
zip about him
Morris.
in that game. Authoritative, you would say, with an 84 average. But 4 shots from 14 attempts. Well, it's the 14 attempts that gets my attention because he's creating more chances than most people in this group. And that's why he's still undefeated after 3 rounds completed. But that one goes the way of him by 4 legs to 1. He should
Enemy
put an end to
requires
this now
16.
before it gets even stickier. It's not going to get stickier from there.
Adam Mould.
Viktor's got some stuff to think about because that's only 2 points from his first 3 games. And Adam Mould has got himself to 4. He's up to 2nd provisionally in the table after 10 matches. That's what you saw. We saw it. Let's move on. Next game is Connor Hopkins and Rene Eidams. 50 for the match.
50.
18 for double 16 to get it done in 14,
Game
and he gets it
shot
done
on
in
the
14,
match.
and a big win for
Rene
him.
Eidams.
4 legs to 1, and he joins Tommy Morris on 6 points. Tommy, of course, with a game in hand. Here are the numbers: 89-39 for Rene. Very tidy indeed. 5 on 40s, 4 from 11 on the doubles, and the player he joins on 6 points, Tommy Morris, he's in action in the next one in what could be a very, very tidy game against Cam Crabtree.
Few weeks, but there's another one on the line in November. Double top.
Game
That's
shot
more
on the
like it.
third leg.
A double finish,
Cam
and he's got his
Crabtree.
tail up now.
We'll have 4 players on 6 points.
That situation
134.
will give us carnage, which we love a bit of carnage in Group C. But this average is still very high, and there's only 1 double separating Crabtree from a second win of the day against someone who's hit 3 180s against him. No problem whatsoever. A 14 darter to follow the 11, and that average of exactly 105 with 4 hits from 7 on the doubles gives you the best performance of the week. And I suppose there's only one way to finish off that one as he leaves the stage with a fist pump. It's 4-1 to Cam Crabtree. Shazam! His game position might improve right here. He always does this on 70.
Game shot on the
He doesn't
second leg.
always do that,
Connor
but he has
Hopkins.
done it this time. A little reaction from the young man, which I am all for.
Feel like it's Connor to throw first. Game on. Connor
Somewhat
requires 60.
perforate the next level, like the Challenge Tour.
Yeah,
He's going to need more consistency.
well, he's going to need a better B game.
Game shot on the fourth leg. Connor
And ultimately, the
Hopkins.
real elite of our sport are separated. Should be 13s. It is 13s, double 16.
That is a
Game
lovely
shot
finish to
and
his
the
day.
match.
He has
Connor
got himself
Hopkins.
a couple of wins, and he's on 4 points, just like he was yesterday. He's trending very slowly in the right direction. 2 points on Monday, 2 points on Tuesday, and 4 for the last couple of days. And look at his checkered percentage there. That will make him feel very good ahead of playing Viktor in Game 3 tomorrow. As far as our next game here is concerned, Tommy Morris is looking to top the table by the end of the day as he takes on Adam Mould. And Adam Mould has been very good, better than he's been all day.
Yeah, prior to this visit, averaging 95. And finishes
Game
clinically
shot and
with
the
an
match.
86 out,
Adam
4-0.
Mould.
Tommy Morris reduced to just 2 darts at a double in the whole match, and a match that only lasted around about 7.5 minutes. So he averaged 16 darts per leg there to get the job done. 64 darts used, 93-94, couple of 180s, and very efficient in terms of doubling. When we come back, Rene Eidams takes on Cam Crabtree. Yeah, I think 14 safe.
39.
I think 14 certainly occupies. Oh, tops.
Game shot
what
on
an
the first
absolutely
leg.
stunning finish.
Rene Eidams.
Of points, the important thing, the points.
1 dart at tops for Cam.
Game shot on the second
Beautifully thrown.
Cam
You can see what his
Crabtree.
mission is.
Feel that it was game over at 3-1, at 2-2. It
Game
would be
shot
a
on the
break
fourth
back,
leg.
and you can hear the come
Rene
on
Eidams.
from the cube.
You
I wonder
require
if Cam
40.
hits this if there's going to be a re-reaction.
Game
Well,
shot on
for
the
every
fifth
action,
leg.
there
Cam
is a
Crabtree.
reaction, and there was one.
It was muted. Oh, I tell you what.
Looks like it's Cam to throw
Something
first.
is definitely going
Game
on the stage here. the skin of his teeth. Double 10. Too
no
many.
score.
And the
Cam,
game
you
may be
require
over
5.
now. It's 5 points after Cam's had 5 match starts. He doesn't need any more.
Showdown the match.
That is a brilliant comeback
Crabtree.
win for Shazam. There was a bit of spice in that game. I'm not really sure what was going on with Cam and with Rene, but I'm already looking forward to the first game tomorrow because it will be between the Englishman and the German. It was a bit down on what we've seen from them so far today, but Crabtree, after a nightmare start, playing well but not winning games, he wins his final 3 games of the day to hurdle Rene Eidams in the table to go to second position. Rene will have to settle for third, and everybody is trying to catch Adam Mould. Don't discount him. Let's get the final words of Group C today with Henry and Mace.
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. Well, that got a little bit interesting in the middle, didn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot riding on it, wasn't there? It was an opportunity for Rene to be the overnight leader, or a chance for Cam Crabtree to join the other 3 players on 6 points. And it was a strange one. He lost with an 89 and a 92 and wins with an 81 and change. But that's just the nature of our sport.
Well, certainly is right. Let's round up what we have seen then so far this afternoon. 15 games come and gone. Those are results on your screen. So those are the results. Let's break down the day then chronologically. As far as Cam Crabtree is concerned, a day of 2 hours, as you mentioned there, finished strong, lost his first 2 games. What do you reckon he was saying to himself or doing in maybe that little bit of an interlude between rounds 2 and 3 when we have the sporty stuff gap, possibly to get himself in mind in tune?
Yeah, not too much really, because like I said, he lost with an 89 and a 92, and you had Tommy Morris winning multiple games with much lower averages. But then he just produced a spell, especially against Adam Mould, where finishes of 144, 146, 100, and just missed out on a 115 here to make it 4 consecutive ton-plus finishes, and it was only the thickness of the wire. Didn't matter. He returned and got the job done. I think he will feel a little bit hard done by to only be on 6 points, where Tommy Morris will probably feel relieved the way he's played today to have reached 6 points.
It'd be interesting to see players running averages for the day and then what the average was against Cam.
Yeah, I mean, going into that match, his running average was over 95-45, which is way above anybody else in the group. And at that point, he was only 2 wins, 2 losses. A tough day for him, a real tough day for him. I think Rene will be absolutely delighted to be on 6 points. I think all 4 of those players will, for different reasons, walk away from the venue today thinking, yeah, I'll take that today.
Despite what he's done in this building, has Adam Mould severely gone under the radar?
Yeah, a little bit, but again, the sport gives us numbers which we use all the time. They don't lie. You know, we can often see people winning matches with lower averages, but ultimately your mean average, you don't really sway too far away from that. We've seen it from Connor Hopkins with his numbers coming in this week, and we've seen it today from Cam Crabtree, who we know has got a seriously high ceiling, probably a higher ceiling than any other player here this week.
Talking of players with high ceilings, Rene Eidams exactly does have that, and it was a big improvement today from him.
Yeah, unlike in the week where he was creating opportunities, this time he was taking them today, and it was good to see. Listen, he's a former winner of a week here. You know, he knows what it takes. He knows what he's got to do and what level he has to play at, and he's going to be a threat tomorrow.
Most certainly is. Right, let's see how the table occupies itself then overnight, because Tommy Morris was the player who went out all guns a-blazing, pardon the pun, winning his first couple of matches, but 6 points, 4th place as far as he's concerned. What do you think his overall assessment of the day will be?
I think he should feel very fortunate because he's not played anywhere near the level we certainly expected, and you know, his odds going into this group and the week, yeah, he was a little bit off the place, but you know, good players do good things at the right times, and that's what he managed to do today. He just did enough to get the wins.
So that is Group C. We're going to resume that action 1 o'clock tomorrow here on Sporty Stuff TV and the Super Series YouTube channel. But we're only halfway through the action here on this Thursday at the Super Series. Let's break down the tournament bracket because we're going to see Group B commence tonight from 10 o'clock. And of the players coming into that group, you've got 2 former weekly winners in this building, Jim McEwen and Kieran Tierney, and Dan Reed, who won a week in our previous venue in Southampton.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Lots of experience and people on debut here this week. I like the look of Oscar. His average yesterday was over 87 for the day. If he can continue that trend of improvement, he's gonna make the lads work. Listen, it's easy to pick the obvious favourites on what they've achieved, as you mentioned, but I think Oscar for an outside bet.
Well, we're going to be watching that action from 10 o'clock this evening here on Sporty Stuff TV and the Modus Super Series YouTube channel. Right, we are going to be back with you from 10 o'clock this evening. We're going to be playing some classic matches through the archive. Now, just talking about classic matches through the archive, whilst we've got you up here, next week, it's the 1 year anniversary of you winning here.
Is it? I know, it's flown by, hasn't it? It doesn't feel like a year ago, that's for sure. It'll probably be another year before I get up there, but I think we're going to be doing the Bullseye Challenge at some point, so that'll be a bit of fun.
So, note to producers, next week, Mace Golden Clip against O'Shea. Right, we're going to leave you for now. We'll see you at 10 o'clock tonight for Group B's action getting underway, where, as far as Group C is concerned, well, there's a whiff of mould at the top.